Hey, that's me. In 2016 when I drastically cut off all my long natural hair at the time. Ever since then, and even before, I've been documenting my hair growth and sharing what works for me along the way. My routines, the products I use, and even my setbacks. In this video, I'll be sharing some of my length retention tips that have gotten me to this point. Stay tuned to hear all about it. Maybe this video will help you.
From you wake up every morning, you's a winner.
What's going on, guys? It's your girl Reza in the ding, and welcome back to another video if you're new. Hey boo, and if you're returning, what's up? Tip number 1. I've been preaching this on my channel for some time now. Hopefully some of you guys have been listening to me. If not, start on a clean slate. Hear me out. If you've been growing your hair for the longest, if you realize you have not been retaining any length, your ends may be the issue. Look at your ends right now. Are they dry most of the times? Are they brittle? Do you have a lot of single strand knots? Do you have a lot of split ends? Is your ends not retaining any moisture at all? How does the ends of your hair look? Come a little closer. When was the last time you trimmed your hair? Whether you trimmed it yourself or you got it professionally done. Comment in the comment section down below. Let me know. Oh gosh, it's raining. Your hair is probably breaking a lot from your ends. I would suggest, or I would recommend, that you start on a clean slate and you get your hair professionally trimmed. If you can, from someone that you trust. To be honest, y'all, if I trusted someone enough professionally to trim my hair, I would go that route, but I don't right now, so I trim my hair myself. And I trim my hair when my hair is in twist or braids because that's how I would normally wear my hair. I don't want to get too deep into trimming because you have to find a trimming routine and schedule that works for you. But if you can't seem to retain any length at all, try starting on a clean slate and get a good trim. We're in 2022. Stop running from cutting your hair. Stop running from getting trimmed. It's okay. Your hair will grow back. Trust me. So after you've gotten your trim, what's the next thing? So next, I would advise you to have a steady or develop a routine. How often you would wash your hair, whether that's shampooing and conditioning or shampooing and deep conditioning. How often are you going to do these things based around your lifestyle? Do you sweat a lot? Are you very active? You may need to develop a routine where you wash your hair a lot more often, just so your hair won't smell musty, especially if you sweat in your scalp. Yeah, wow. I had on this head tie this whole time. This was supposed to be off, but it didn't look that bad, right? We still slaying, okay? Let's continue with the video. How often are you going to moisturize your hair? How often you moisturize your hair also depends on the hairstyle that you choose. That's where you have to know your hair. And that brings me to my next tip, is to use products that your hair actually loves and likes. Don't be out here using products just because someone says to use that product. Especially if I say I love a product and I recommend a product for you, doesn't mean that that product will work for you. If it does, then awesome, right? We love that for everyone. But if that product doesn't work for you, then it just doesn't work for you, and move on to another product, or you go on your own scavenger hunt to find a product that your hair will love. Maybe your hair loves butters, maybe your hair loves creams, oil, grease, natural products with sulfate, mineral oil, DIY products. Maybe you love these things and you realize that these things work a lot better in your hair, then use them, okay? Use them. There are no rules when it comes to your hair. Use what works for you. You have to take time to figure out what works for your hair or not. I've been in different stages where there was a stage in my hair journey where I used to wear my hair out a lot. Creams and gels worked a lot better for me in that stage. There was also a stage where I wore my hair in twist, like mini twist or medium-sized twist, mini braids or braids, and butters worked really well for me, so I would use a lot of butters and maybe creams as well. And now I'm in a stage where grease works really well for me, so I use a lot of grease. I'm doing a lot more protective styles where you guys know this is one of my protective styles or go-to hairstyles. And I also do the 2 braids. That's the stage that I'm in right now. I know what type of products will work best for me in this stage, so I'll continue to use those kind of products. You guys get what I'm saying? Of course, you gotta find the products that works for you, and then you just have to use them and use them consistently. If a product is working for you, repurchase that product. Even if you want to try other products, that brings it down to having your your go-to shampoos, your go-to conditioners, gels, creams, grease, moisturizer, your go-to leave-in conditioner. Have go-tos for these things so you can know this is what really works for my hair and this is what I will continue to use even if I want to try new products. I know these are the products that work well for me. Have your stash, and your stash doesn't have to include 30-40 products. Your stash can be as small as 3 or even 5 products, or even 2. Like, you don't need a whole lot of products to maintain natural hair. It's a lie. You spoke about having go-to products. Now that brings me to my next point, is to have go-to hairstyles. So what is a go-to hairstyle? A go-to hairstyle is a hairstyle that you know whatever happens during that wash day, that's a style you're going to fall back on because you know that style is going to hold you down for as long as an entire week. It can also be 3 days, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. It can be more than one. I have more than one. I basically shared all my go-to hairstyles with you and my routines on how I moisturize my hair and what products I use to get to the style and how long they last. I have really good hair routines on my channel that I feel can work for a lot of you, so check them out. Remember, I also told you that in the different phases or stages of my hair routine, I had different go-to hairstyles. That brings me to saying that your go-to hairstyle should correlate to your lifestyle. And knowing a YouTuber's lifestyle, I feel like that would help out a lot of you or put things into perspective. I live a very busy lifestyle, also very active. I'm in the sun a lot. I sweat a lot. It's a lot going on in my lifestyle, right? Currently, I hate to wear my hair out because of that. It's just a distraction. It just gets in the way. Like, I just cannot deal with that, and that's fine, right? I don't want my hair rubbing up all over me. Like, I just need to be free. So I prefer to wear go-to hairstyles now where my hair is usually up and off of me and where my ends aren't rubbing or touching on me. I don't know. That's the stage of my life I'm in right now, especially with the length of my hair. Granted, if I do want to wear my hair out, I also have go-to hairstyles for when I do wear my hair out and I need to fall back on a certain hairstyle because I don't wear my hair out for long most times. I figured out go-to hairstyles to work with my lifestyle. So whatever your lifestyle is, maybe you work in an office and you're always in an AC, and maybe you're not moving as much, you're not as active, so you probably wouldn't mind having your hair on you. You probably wouldn't mind having your hair out because you're not sweating. And when it comes to some YouTubers, if that YouTuber is a full-time influencer, they can afford to change their hairstyle every 3 days, every 2 days. Like, that is not my ministry, and I've accepted that currently. Maybe one day, but I just feel like I'm just super simple and lazy when it comes to my hair. I don't like my hair having to be the center of my life. My hair can be a part of it. There's more to you, there's more to us than our hair. So what having this go-to hairstyle does for you is that it prevents you from always having to be in your hair. It also helps you with having a routine so you would know exactly what to do if your hair feels a certain way. Just know, depending on that go-to hairstyle, you may have to put in a lot of or less work to maintain that hairstyle. You can switch them up. You don't have to have one go-to hairstyle. You can have many of them where you develop routines around them and you know exactly what to do with your hair. You know what products you're going to use and how well these products work in your hair. Whatever happens, you know exactly what to do to deal with your hair to help you retain length. Your hair is always growing unless you have some kind of health issue. I told you guys this in a previous video. It's what you're doing to your hair or with your hair right now that's preventing you from retaining length. Start on a clean slate, develop a routine, use products that your hair loves, find a go-to hairstyle, and repeat. Trust me, you're going to retain a lot of length when you keep things. You can keep it simple and basic and grow. Well, let's not say grow, retain length no matter your hair texture. Bye.